Okay, guys, welcome back to our tutorial. Welcome back. So this tutorial, we are going to continue the last tutorial. That's where we were creating a complement. So we have creating until now this complement. Okay, completely. We have do variable, we have create variable, we have creating this function. Handle function is more important. We have say for user typing and change, and then this is the submit function that each time we create this, so our data after typing from user will be entered here, and then we can send it somewhere, for example in the screen, or we can send it to our database. Okay, so we are not in the database yet part, but this is where we'll go. So for the moment, we need to create a form. We know we are using reservation. Okay, we are using reservation. So this is our complement we are using now. So we have creating here. So where we'll put the rest things is to create a form. Okay, so you already create this function. This function inside is inside of our complement is the last thing. So we as we says, like we need to respect three parts. Is the part of creating your variable in your class as a complement. Second things is the function to handle from user change, and the third things is to create your handle submit function, more important. And then the first things you need to do now is to create the form. So here we have this form of reservation is a simple reservation form. We just have like three variable on it. So we have name, phone number, and emails. Okay, so this is what will create the form with those things. So first of all, we need a div. We need this, we need kind of this div. Okay, so we need div. Okay, so this div, inside of this div, that's where also we'll put things. So before to put your form, prepare div, so things to be inside of the div. Okay, inside of div, inside of CSS classes. Okay, so we say this is going to be just a div. Yeah, so it's going to be this div. We take this div, and then we take this class. Okay, all right, so we need the wide and the size to be shown to this size I have put here. So we need to close this div also. Another thing, now you need to call your so you need to say this is gonna be reservation. So you say title is the reservation. Okay, reservation now. Okay, reservation now is our title, but we need to specify the age, which age is H1, and then we need to specify a class. Okay, so we specify age, and we specify a class also of this title. Okay, so after this we need to create a form. Okay, a form. Okay, so when you open this tag will have a form. So inside of this you need to create a form. Yeah, don't forget a form needs to have a button. Don't forget. So inside of this you need to create another function straight away that you will call this tag button. Okay, so this will be for bottom. We need to start by this bottom first. You call it as a bottom. Okay, and then you give it this class, and then close first your bottom. Okay, and you say bottom need to be closed. Okay, sorry, bottom need to be closed. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, and then your form need to be closed also here. So this is a form. Okay, so you the bottom, first the bottom, and then you need to say, for example, in this bottom, what I need to see, I need to put some class. I already put the class. So all I need to do here is just to put the name. Okay, for example, here, say if you click here, you say just reserve now, reserve now. Okay, just say reserve now bottom. So when someone click on reserve now, yes, maybe reserve now. Okay, reserve. We can put reserve now. Okay, so this is the name of the bottom. And then once you click here, it's a reserve now. So let's create a form. This is going to be our form. Okay, so this is a form, and then we specify the class of that form. Okay, so look, think here. We specify a form. Okay, when you are there, what you need to do is a good thing. When you specify your form, you need to call on click submit function from React. And then inside of that, you say, all I need you is to handle this function here. Okay. Handle submit. So now you tell him like, take handle submit there. Okay. So what you are telling him, like, everything will be in this form. The data that will be in this form, you need to submit it here. So when you submit it here, what it's doing is just taking every data here, and then it's prevent every danger. Okay, it can be here, data can be here, and then able to be sent somewhere. So when here, it means in this data one, data will be already inside, because we are doing the set. Okay, we are doing the set here, and then data will be inside already in our variable data one. Okay, so we go fast there. You finish that, you need to close the form. Okay, you need to close the form. It's just a form. Yeah, you need to close the form. So I don't know why it's doing that. I'll fix this. But we close the form. Should be good. All right, I see that I need to remove this because the bottom was there, and then this. Yeah, so okay, I see that you close here. Okay, so it's this one. Okay, I see the problem was there. So the bottom is here. Each time you click here, reserve now, you need to say reserve. Okay, reserve. You say reserve. Reserve now. When you say reserve now, so if someone click here, reserve now, is like that. So each time is that now inside of this form, we need to create our things. So we need to create the label. Okay, label and input type field. So each variable need to be linked to the label and to input variable field. So we have label and input. Okay, input will be responsible of the value and things. Okay, so when you create this, you need to put it in a div. Okay, so you call it div. You don't need to put anything in this div. It's just to keep it if we want to change anything. So you keep it like div. It will be div, yeah? Div. So all I need to do inside here is to create my label, okay? And that label will be, my name will be, that label, the name will be that, okay? So we said it's just a label, okay? Just a label name. So it's just a label. We create a label. I want to see, yes, label and for HTML. I don't like this. Instead of doing things like that, I don't like this. I like using something like a label. Here is going to be name. It will come out like a name, okay? And then this will be a label, okay? And then we do like this, and then label give us a class, okay? So until now, we have only that class. Okay, so second things, we need to create the input. Okay, input is more important for us, so we need to create that input there. Okay, so you understand this, how things it is. So each label will have label name. Okay, and then you close that label. Okay, now you create the input. Input is a text editor, test field that it will take data from user when he's typing. He has that mechanism. Okay, it's a data field. So you describe the test. Is a test that will be testing here, and the ID will be the name, and the ID of that field must be a name. And then here we just say this is a name. Okay, this is a name is name. His name is going to be name, and then here is a value. That value, if you remember, we said data, go in data and take me the name is name. So you give me the value of this name, we'll be keeping here. Okay, I'll be keeping here. So onChange function. OnChange function is come just from our this application, this method we create here, onChange function. So everything must be targeted by name and by value. This is what we have called here. So onChange, everything you are typing, I need it to be like that. Okay. And why is going low so far like that? Okay. And then replace older. We can add replace older. After that, we can add this and is finished then. Okay, so we have something like that one. Okay. Okay, so until now we have that. Okay, until now we have creating that, but the form still tell me there's some stuff. I don't know. Form is not okay. I say that. Let me see. There could be something. Quickly fix. Why say that? Quickly fix formulation. I don't know why is that could be something was there. I need to check. Maybe something. Okay, so let's check. Div. So we have data here. We have name, ID. Okay. I think should be any problem. Should be any problem. Yeah. Okay, so everything is just good because ID this, and then we close that, the bottom still there. So we need to create a second one. The second one, just take this div, we just copy. So to make it fast now, because we have everything. So all is gonna be is just to change. Everything is gonna be name. Name here is gonna be email. Okay, so we say email. Okay, just say email and label. Okay, label email, and then everything test ID email. Okay, ID is gonna be email. Okay, everything is email. ID email accept, and here when you go here, what you need, I need take data from email. Okay, email, that's it. So same when you close this, and then you will, the last one will be here for you. You are just creating because it's still the same thing. All I will need to change is this to the phone number. Okay, so it's a phone, and then just a phone number. Yeah, so it's just a phone number, phone, and then here also I need to change this to phone. Okay, so everywhere here also name is a phone because ID is a phone, name also is a phone, and then data. Okay, I need my value. My value will come from name, from phone. Okay, And I think that's all. So until now, we have everything covered for our form to come out. So we have like three things to come out. Let's save and see on the screen. Let's save and see on the screen what will be happen. Okay. So let's see dev, and then probably we need to see the program was running. We just stop the program by C, Control C. Program is running, is stop, and then we say dev. Okay, so we just say npm run dev. Okay, let's see what we'll have in the screen now. Okay, we just copy that, and then we need to go in our screen, and then we need to paste this. Okay, all right, so this is everything now. Okay, so we need to save, go back and check until it's so empty. So we need to check. So this class need to be export. Okay, this class need to be type of export. Okay, so export this class. This class is exporting. Fix quickly. Okay, so the class need to be export. Okay, the class is just to be export. We are debugging something, so the class need to be export. Okay, so everything is here. Yeah, so everything good. I think there's no anything. Export, remove that. Okay, and export. So we need to export this class in, I think in this export now. Okay, export now is there already, so everything good. Save, let's save all, and let's check again. Okay, perfect. You see, we have everything out. Okay, so name and name, this is input field, email input field, phone number input field, because we have three things, and our bottom down there is here, and we told you. So let's put some data like this, and then say send. Okay, so you see up here, it tells us booking details. So DD, okay, so you have DD is the name, email is there, and the phone number. So the form is ready to give data, to take data from the user in the screen and to bring it in our program. So next time we'll see now how to take this data, we have here in this form, how to take this data, maybe to send it to our background, so our back end. So the back end, this is become now the things of the API we'll see in the next video. But before that, we'll try also to create this data here to be populated, to be displayed in another screen, in another form. Okay, so we'll come to see that in the next video. Okay, in the next video. So everything of that we have creating until so far a complement with 3 inputs, and everything is working properly. Okay, see you in the next video in our lab next video. Okay, we stop sharing.